Hey friends, take out lesson 121. That's what we're going to be working on today. So the first direction says, draw an 8 centimeter line segment. So we're going to go to the centimeter side of our ruler. That's the one with maybe a cm on the end and a little bit smaller units of measurement than the inches side. 8 centimeter line segment. So put the first measuring mark on there on the dot and go out to 8 centimeters and draw a dot. Hold down your ruler and connect them. Okay. The next one says measure the line segment using centimeters. So using centimeters again, we're going to put our first measuring mark on the first dot, and this looks like it's right at 6 centimeters. Dinah told the class that she put 2 quarters in each of her pockets. Dinah's clothing has 5 pockets. Draw the pockets and draw the quarters in each pocket. So she put 2 quarters in each of her pockets. Her clothing has 5 pockets. 2 quarters in each. And then we're going to figure out how many quarters she has, and we're going to figure out how much it's worth. So let's do 5 pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she put 2 quarters in each one. So 25, 25, 25, 25. You can put Q's on here. You can put circles. But I like to figure out right away, if we're going to have to figure out how much money it is anyway, I like to put the amounts on right away. So quarters are worth 25, right? Sorry. There it is. Quarters are worth 25. So let's count up how many quarters she has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She has 10 quarters, doesn't she? How much money is this? Well, on page, I can't remember if I got this home to you or not, but I'm going to show you anyway on page 6 in your math journal. If you have it, pull it out. It'll help you a lot. If you don't have it, let me know and I'll get it home to you. So this is how we count quarters. 1 quarter is worth 25 cents, right? Just forget about that for now. That guy is worth 25 cents. That's the biggest coin that we use on a daily basis. It's got bumps around the edges, got those kind of grooves around the edges. It's about 1 inch maybe across. This is even a little bigger picture than it is. Usually it's got that guy on the front, that's George Washington. And on the backs of the quarters that they make now, there's different state symbols on the back. It used to be, if you look at the older quarters, there's an eagle on the back. So there's either one now, but they're not all exactly the same now. But usually the front of the quarter looks like this, and there's grooves around the edges, and it's the biggest one. So it's worth 25. 2 of them, 50. 3 of them, 75. 4 of them is $1. So the way we count 25s is 25, 50, 75, $1. That's how we count quarters. 25, 50, 75, $1. Okay? So going back here, I said 4 of them equals $1, right? So here's $1. Here's $1, because there's 4. Here's 4. And then what do I have left? I can't make $1 out of these, but remember how we count quarters? 25, 50, right? So I have $2.50. Write the fraction that tells how much is shaded. So, just in case you can't see it well, it's only that guy that's shaded. And this rectangle is broken into 1, 2, 3 equal pieces, right? So how much is shaded? 1 out of, remember the line in a fraction means out of. 1 out of, how many were there all together? How many equal pieces? 1, 2, 3. And you got to count all the pieces, not just the white ones, not just the shaded ones. 1 out of 3. So how many is not shaded? These two are not shaded, right? Out of how many? Count them all up. 1, 2, 3. 2 out of 3. Number 3, show 7:30 on the clocks. 7:30. Now, again in here, there's a page called Clock Vocabulary, page 10. So grown-ups use these terms a lot. Quarter past or quarter after is over here when the minute hands over to the 3. Half past is straight down to the 6 because the hour, the circle is halfway over. The minute hand's gone halfway around the circle. Quarter to is what Miss Musselman usually says, but it could also be quarter until or quarter before. That's when the minute hand is pointed straight over to the 9, and a fourth or a quarter of the clock is left to go, quarter of the hour. This one, a quarter of the hour or a fourth of the hour has passed when we get to the 3, okay? So let's go back again, 7:30. Half past means the minute hand is straight down, and 7:30 means it's halfway past the 7 o'clock hour. So it's halfway between the 7 and the 8. It's 7, and we got to figure out what this one is. When the minute hand's pointed straight down, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 7:30. Okay, so let's do that again over here. The hour hand is the short one. That's about halfway between the 7 and the 8. The minute hand, make it point all the way down to where you want it to point. And that says 7:30 or 7:30. Rounding these numbers to the nearest 10, you will remember our, where are we, 26. You'll remember that roller coaster I showed you, right? This one right here. So, that's probably from the last lesson that we had. So, we figure out which two tens the number is between. On the line, which two tens is that between? 47 when we're counting, after 40, but before 50, right? It's right here. 47 is after 40, before 50. So those are the two numbers we're deciding between. Now we look at the 7 to figure out what we should do with the tens placed. Go to 40 or 50. And remember, anything 5 or greater goes to the bigger number. Anything that doesn't get up to the 5 goes back to the smaller number. So 7 is 5 or greater, right? So we're going to the bigger number. 7 is 5 or greater. We're going to the 50. Let's do 12. Where's 12 on here? When we're counting, 12 is between the 10 and the 20. So we look just to the right of the tens place at the 2. 2, did 2 make it up to the 5 when we're counting? Nope. So it goes back to the smaller, back to the 10. One more, 85. When we're counting to 85, it's between 80 and 90, isn't it? And if we're rounding the tens place, we look 1 to the right at the 5 there, the ones place, the 5. 5 made it all the way to the top, and that means it gets to go down to the biggest number, the 90. All right. Label these arrays. So this is an early multiplication skill, okay? I want you to tell me how many boxes are on this side and how many boxes are on this side. So on this side, I can see 1, 2 boxes. On this side, I'm going to count this one again, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. So the number of tiles used, I can count it up, or I can multiply. This is a 2 by 8, 2 by 8 array. Now by is kind of like of. By and of mean multiply, don't they? Number of tiles used, 2 times 8. If I counted up every one of these tiles, I would get 16 of them. On this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 by 5. It is a 4 by 5 array. Now you can multiply that. You can count groups of 5 since you know how to do that, or you can count them individually. Counting them individually is the easiest way to get it wrong though. So let's count groups of 5. There's 5, 10, 15, 20. Now if I multiply 4 times 5, I would get 20. Find the answers. 41 plus 19. 9 and 1 is 10. 4 and 1 and 1 is 6. 71 take away 7. The easiest way to do this is probably either to count back or use a number chart. But we can always set it up like this too. But we have a bigger bottom. Gotta borrow from the neighbor and bring it home. Now we have 11 take away 7 is 4, and 6 take away nothing is 6. 64. 52 take away 39. Let's do that one more time. 52, whoop. 52 take away 39. Bigger bottom, gotta borrow, go to the neighbor, borrow 1, bring it back home. So now I have 12 take away 9 is 3. 4 take away 3 is 1. 13. There it is. Make sure you also do a math facts practice. Take pictures of everything and send it back to me. Have a great afternoon.